August 18, 2025. Ang ating pong paksa ngayon ay meron ba talagang sikreto na ginawa si former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte sa kaniyang foreign policy, bakit maganda ang kanyang relasyon, hindi lang sa China, kung hindi sa Russia, USA, and other ASEAN countries. Tingnan po natin ang mga sikreto ni President Duterte using the 48 Laws of Power ni Robert Greene, na nandito po ang kaniyang libro, also The Mastery. And I think yung mga prinsipyo po ni Robert Greene ay nabasa po ni President Duterte, hindi lang dito sa Mastery, but of course we know that President Duterte is not only a master strategist but also a master tactical leader. So ano po yung aking nakita sa aking research na mga 7 hataw na prinsipyo ni Robert Greene na inapply ni President Duterte. Number 1 is strategic thinking. Adaptable po si President Duterte, kaya wala po siyang kaaway na country. He was adaptable to the changing conditions of time then. And then number 2, use the enemy wisely. If you know this principle, the doctrine of Robert Greene is that when you know that your enemy is greater in power and force than you have, they need to be your ally or friend. Befriend them. So, yun po. Use your enemy wisely. And number 3, destroy your enemy by making them as your friend. Number 4, surrender tactic. So, save your energy, sabi ni Robert Greene, than trying to attack them. Kaya po, wala tayong mga ganyang episode sa time ni Duterte na binubombahan po ang ating mga people or ating mga marines or fisher folk sa island na malapit sa hidwaan. So, maintain social connectivity. Kaya po yung ally ni China ay ally din ni President Duterte. And he knew when to retreat. Alam niya kung kailan siya titira, kailan siya magiging ally or may sinasabi siya. But most of the time, except pag ininsulto muna siya, kagaya ng Canada noon, di ba pinatanggal yung mga garbage ng Canada when the Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau was critical about his war on drug. And then, of course, we know this, be formless as a water and adaptable, di ba? Kasi di ba kung water ka, kung raging yung force kagaya ng waterfalls, fluid ka pag formless ka eh. Ibig sabihin, wala kang kinikilingan, wala kang inaaway, puro lahat ay maganda ang relasyon mo for them to be able to support your agenda. Ano po yung pursued na mga ties na ginawa first ni President Duterte with China and Russia? Kasi alam mo, towards the end of the term of Obama, also being critical against President Duterte, siya po ay nag-strengthen ng kanyang ally with China. So, ano po yung mga output ng kanyang alliance with China? China then gave $24 billion in investment during President Duterte's China visit in 2016. Mindanao Railing Project na in-stop po ito ni Marcos Jr. na supposedly 1,300 kilometers po ang ibibigay ng China. $14 million arms package at binigyan po tayo for free ng small arms and fast boats ni China noong time ni President Duterte. In 2022, $63.05 billion, in total, 52.4 of which billion dollar was on imports and 10.65 billion on exports. Sa Russia naman po, hindi rin sikreto ang magandang relasyon natin kay Russia, in which Vladimir Putin had a cooperation agreement with us in 2017 sa visit ni President Duterte, covering areas like tourism, transport, trade, and culture. $12.6 million for economic cooperation. Sputnik V vaccine donation, which was equal to 2.8 million doses of COVID vaccines during the pandemic. Now, ano po yung other fostered stronger diplomatic and economic ties beyond China and Russia? Of course, our ally since the beginning of time, the US had given us $1 billion investment in semiconductor and $60 million for energy and maritime trade. Ang Japan po, do you remember Japan Prime Minister Shinzo Abe visited the house of President Duterte in Davao, and ang Japan po then gave us $19 billion in 2016 during his visit in Japan, $17.2 billion from Morabini, $6 billion in 2019, 26 agreements signed in 2019 with Japan, which created 80,000 jobs during the time of President Duterte, 300 billion pesos for manufacturing, medical, automotive, maritime, energy, and food industries. Of course, we have the Metro Manila Underground Transit na ito po ay also committed by the Japan to be the one to install or build the Metro Manila Underground Transit. Maritime safety, ang investment po ng Japan is 6.8 billion pesos loan for 2 large patrol vessels, and then automotive, biomass fuel, shipbuilding, which was $1.5 billion investment. There was also a joint US and Japan $60 million for energy, maritime. Other countries which also had a very good parity with these nations ay ang South Korea, Laos, Vietnam, Malaysia for palm oil and rubber investment, Thailand, joint US-Japan 10-year industry investment worth $100 billion in the time of Duterte. Yun po ang alam natin, wala namang sikreto na nangyari sa China. Maganda lang talaga ang approaches as a master of this 48 laws of power ni Robert Greene na in-apply ng ating butihing President Rodrigo Duterte at that time. Thank you for listening to this video, and I hope you learned something na hindi natin po kailangan gawan-gawan ng istorya ang ating presidente just so ang susunod na anak niya who is a very potent candidate to be the next president. At ito po ay pina-witness ito or na-testify ni President Trump na maganda talaga ang relasyon ng Pilipinas at China, and even President Trump in the latest visit of Marcos Jr. to USA admonished him na sana ipagpatuloy niya ang magandang relasyon ng China at Pilipinas, just as USA has a very good relationship with Xi Jinping at this time. Salamat sa pag-subscribe, comment, and like.